Basically, I believe this is the warm up you had questions about. So let's go ahead and do this. So if you look at this one, so the first thing we want to do is on this problem is see how these two focus on angle A. This is angle A and this is angle A. So let's go ahead and focus on that first. So here's the angle. If you go across this way, this is the hypotenuse, right? And then this side here is the adjacent side. And then this side over here would be the opposite side. Okay, and then if we look at 1A, that's sine of angle A. So we have sine of angle A. Well, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is 8. And then the hypotenuse is 17. Right? Here's opposite. Here's hypotenuse. 8 over 17. Now when we type it into Canvas, we're just going to type it like this, 8 over 17. Okay. And then let's move on to cosine. So if you look at cosine, remember cosine of A is adjacent over hypotenuse. So the adjacent side is 15 and then the hypotenuse is 17. So that's 15 over 17. Okay. So let's go 15 over 17. And then I'm going to pause this. And then this last one is asking us to look at tangent of angle B. Well, angle B is this angle up here. And then that changes the sides. This side is now the adjacent side because it's next to angle B. And then this side, thought I had erased that. It's no longer the adjacent side. Now it's the opposite side. Now it's the opposite side. The hypotenuse doesn't change because that's always across 90 degrees, but it does change the adjacent and the opposite. And then tangent, you have to remember tangent of angle B. Well, that's going to be the opposite side. That's this ratio, opposite over adjacent. Okay. Opposite is 15, adjacent is 8. That's 15 over 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that down here. 15 over 8. And that's question number 1. Okay, you can pause it if you need to pause it. I'm going to move on to the next one. And then for these, actually, you know what? Let me pause this for a minute. So for these next ones, remember to solve this, we need to put a 1 under here, and then we cross multiply in the direction where we get 2 numbers and divide by that third number. So if I type this in the calculator, remember grab cosine from down here, cosine of 75 degrees, close the parentheses, times 39. And then if you want, you can put divided by 1, push enter, and then that's 10.1. That rounds to 10.1 because of the 9 that's here. It pushes that one over. So let's move on to the next one. So if you look at the next one, actually, you know what, let me lower it so we can see both of these. So I'm about to do 3 and 4 together. Okay. So then again, put a 1 under here and then cross multiply. So we grab 2 numbers. We want to leave the x on the outside and then we divide by those 2. So then 1 times 30 is 30. So when I come over here, let me clear this. I have 30 divided by tangent of 67. Close the parentheses, make sure you push enter, and that's 12.7. So in here we put 12.7. Okay, and we're going to go to the next one. Make sure you put a 1 under it, cross multiply and divide, right? So that's sine. Let me clear this. That's sine of 28 degrees. close the parentheses, times 54 divided by 1. That's 25.4. It's a 0.4 because of this 5 here. The 5 moves it over. So it's 25.4. Those are the next two. And then finally, the last two, again, put a 1 under it. Cross multiply so you don't grab the x. Divide by the outside one. So when we type it into the calculator, it looks like this. Tangent of 58, close the parentheses, divided by, oh, actually, you know what? Clear. Multiply 1 times 36 first. 1 times 36 is 36. Okay, so then you go 36 divided by tangent of 58. Remember, we divide by the number that's on the outside, and tangent of 58 is on the outside. So that becomes 22.5. I'm going to put it here, 22.5. And then finally, the last one, put a 1 under it, cross multiply, and divide. Okay. So sine of 13 times 17, sine of 13, close the parentheses, times 17, divided by 1, push enter, 3.8. Okay, and that's it.